Welcome back, more Gintama, and with some of the characters seeming quite reliable and others less so. Really, the fate of the world is at stake once more. Some things are looking up. I just hope there's going to be at least some sort of prison break going on, with the idiot prince now embroiled in the story. Do I even want to watch it? There's unrest in the kingdom. We're taking a break right now from the potential destruction of Earth. And instead following the succession rights of a certain prince. And with each of the who? I feel like the vision they have of him is slightly deviating from reality. He's got a bit of confidence in himself to make a comment like that, yes. But I don't think the king is one to hand out capital punishment and the like. Why haven't we really heard anything about this other prince? He has all the qualities of a king, except I guess you really need to. So now if we just gaze over to the other group that is following him there, are we going to see something that would be a combining factor of why they're on that side? What luscious hair. I'm sure there should be at least some like medical procedures. Let's not go there. I mean, when they have it so prevalent and on view constantly. I mean, while the king is spluttering and maybe taking his last breath, we're having a talk about penis size. And there is a definite difference in the two factions. What is your decision? And the... I see. The grand decision has been made. Oh God. I see that's a massive weakness, though, as well. Did he get it caught? Yeah. I would say that's a genetic anomaly. See, even though the factions are at arms, it looks as though the actual relationship between the two princes, the two brothers, isn't too bad. His life flashed before his eyes then. It was really boring. So we hid amongst the animals. And unfortunately, they've caged a few of them. How many of them there, though, would actually hold off from firing? Let's hope there's no members of the other faction kind of spread amongst them. Is a place that you love so much for its vast variety of fauna. Just distract them for the tiniest, the briefest of moments, that's all they need. Also, he's still conscious at least. It seems the advisor has a thing or two. No. Oh no. And considering he has a certain atmosphere around him right now. There's... I was going to say he has a resemblance to Hasegawa there with his cigarette and attitude. I do hope this is kind of a slight redemption, but I doubt it. He needs to stay the underdog. They have such a good relationship. They're on first name terms almost. Well, I guess that settles that argument, but You know, they've only got good accuracy and good aim when they need to be. I feel like his reasoning has gone out of the window now. One that, we need to remove the tradition of only caring about large sizes. Wait, Elizabeth. Because he didn't care about the position? He's still out there somewhere. I'm not sure you can rule a country from beyond the grave. At least, not for a long time. It seems to have shrunk slightly. An esteemed... An esteemed brother. I hope that's not erect. Honestly, yeah, making him a relation, a prince of that particular race, a bit of a surprise. Didn't expect that one. I guess it really wouldn't take much for him to strap it down. And is that why Kondo is now wearing the bandana? I mean, he always was a bit of a dickhead. But I think now we have a reason for the army of Okoku to get involved. More and more allies being brought in, even if some of the reasons they're fighting are a little obfuscated. He travelled the galaxy alone. His life was on the battlefield. And I guess if it's not flopping around on show, you're not going to befall the same fate as the other brother. He's nothing but a fighter. Well, he didn't have much to cast aside. How many battles has he seen? How many... And I wonder what he's going to think when he sees his little brother after so long. They have such a strong bond. He's standing up tall. He has a way of his words. And to think that he's delivering this speech through a tiny speaker, which I'm surprised they could hear, but also from a prison cell. Really, we're getting into a measuring contest. Yep. But they... Oh. We've got the world serpent. Please don't tell me there's a flashback for this as well. No. Nah. Please tell me you could hear me. 9-headed dragon thrash. I mean, this power would have definitely become useful in previous episodes. And whoever's working the pixelization in this episode needs a raise. He took a good look. Say nothing, Katsura. I was questioning the same thing, Hunter. It's much more eloquent than I would have expected. Living a lie. Amnesia is one hell of a plot point. I guess pleasantries are over. This is his new form. Don't sweat the details, Otter. There's a lot of things where if you actually start digging into it, you don't want to know. It's just too bad that those guards didn't live long enough to see the great prince. I mean, it's ingrained in their nature. I'm glad I'm not part of their race. None of them want to take the mantle of king. I guess we can all stand proud and smile at this situation, but also, what the fuck is going on? Quick, everyone, drop your pants. We need to crown a new king. Actually, it would make voting in new leaders and whatnot a hell of a lot easier. Not sure about what kind of policies would come out of things like that, but yes, the difference in numbers has never been resolved throughout history. It's good to see them getting down in the thick of it. Even if they do make it through the gate, they will not like what's on the other side. Perfect hit. They knew exactly who they were firing at there. If only he'd paid his damn rent. You would think also that it wouldn't be a tripwire that would alert them to things. That you'd also have at least someone on guard, on watch, to see what you're firing at. What if it was just a stray cat or something? Several things about this episode I really didn't expect. One, the intervention of the Okoku forces, the backstory into their leadership problems, the joining of forces of the princes, the lost older brother, the entire devotion to groinal girth. But one thing I did expect was what was hidden underneath Elizabeth's costume. A character that may only be beaten out by the likes of Yamazaki. Amnesia is not a new concept in characters, in stories, in plots. Amnesia of a prince falling in battle, going over the edge, going in Aragorn situation. The thing is, which Elizabeth is this? We know one of them had to, went off on a holiday and probably hasn't returned. Is this Tuesday's Elizabeth? We know they take it in shifts, in rotas. No one can really stand around Katsuda for too long. But also, with a entire kingdom with a penal-based class system, I'm surprised to see how opulent the entire place was. But if you too have trouble walking, potentially tripping over yourself, I guess standing on it would be a greater worry. Leave a like and a comment on the video. I expect about negative likes. But really, Gintama is one of the shows which can get away with shit like this, and then pull it again, expecting us to laugh at the same jokes, which we will, expecting us to let it slide for what it's trying to show us, which we will, and still somehow be slightly attached to the story. Almost confusing to figure out which part of the dumb shit we're seeing is actually meant to be taken as canonical actually happened along the story, and which is just a dumb punchline. However, we can come up with our own answers on that sometimes. But the truth of the matter is, no matter which side you see yourself falling on, we can all work together to really build something great. Although sometimes I wish I could be a little more self-conscious about it. The battle for Edo going down, people rising up, the big army being split, diverted, and a serious fighting force that is Gintoki being flattened so easily. I guess half the battle is won. Just keep him out of trouble. We should be okay. Consider subscribing if you want to see more, because why wouldn't you? But for now, yourselves a bit of rest. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. I am so glad that YouTube views aren't dictated by the flaccid size of your phallus, because otherwise, well, it would actually explain why my view count is so low. And so, if you would like to try and boost my self-esteem, consider joining onto my Patreon. And I have to be honest, I really do thank Electric Ant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sal, Arthia, Shiwan, Mats, Girly, Cardboard, Croyville, Gintaman, Dark Shadow 7899, Mega 42, and everyone else. Because without them, I'd just be a sad little boy with no aspirations to be king.